Today we answer the question, why is SONY A9II is a big deal? A real camera conspiracy. To understand why the SONY A9II is a big deal, we need to take a look at the competition. To develop a camera is a very expensive and time-consuming endeavor. And Sony developed the A9 and aimed it at the professionals, 20 frames per second in digital shutter and 5 frames per second in mechanical shutter. And what they didn't think of, or maybe the technology didn't allow, when the professionals tried to use it in stadiums and professionally lit environment, like sports events, they couldn't use actually the digital shutter, because the images were ruined by bending. Bending. Your camera digitally exposes the image in vertical lines. LED lights flicker and change brightness between the lines of exposure, i.e. visible lines on the screen. Now you know. More than likely, Sony were left with a huge amount of parts and half-made cameras. So what they did, they popped out the wireless module and the processor, they melted down the rubber grips, made them a new batch, they updated the firmware from 5 frames per second to 10 frames per second.
And just like that, a brand new camera was born!
If you look at the competition, it's very easy to see they struggle to catch up to Sony. They lead the market for years. Sony had to innovate in a rapid pace. They have to get ahead of the competition, which they already did, and they're there for years now. So right now, if this camera is gonna be successful, they can just take a back seat and do like Canon and Nikon does. Just release incremental upgrades for each camera, like the mobile business. So who's gonna lose? It's gonna be us. Because they will not release new cameras every half a year, every year. And just on a side note, another conspiracy. What if Canon and Nikon owned by the same group of people? And they just paid off Sony not to release new cameras? That is another thought for you. Everyone was expecting the older camera companies, the old names, the Canon, Nikon, the Fuji, the Pentax, to get on Sony's level. Sony is right here. And they were expecting them to get up to Sony's level and release nice new cameras. Stop crippling them, stop sleeping in the industry. And instead what looks like is happening, if the Sony A9II is gonna be successful, that Sony will release very just incremental upgrades, just to sell their big lenses. And the others slowly catch up. And then they just gonna release something amazing to get to the top again. Because there's literally no reason to release the best and most amazing tech, because there are no rivals in the industry at the moment. I hope this video made you uncomfortable and think about the conspiracies, the real camera conspiracies. I'm looking at you, Casey. You didn't talk about this, did you? Please, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, follow, come check me out, buy me a beer, give me a pat on the back. I'm so close to 100. Subscribe, please. Big milestone coming up. Please subscribe. Please subscribe if I earned it. Please subscribe if I earned it. Follow the please subscribe if I earned it. If you had fun, follow the channel. Please subscribe here. Please subscribe here if I earned it. Follow the channel. Take a look at some other videos. See you next week. Please subscribe if I earned it. Please subscribe if I earned it. Follow the channel and take a look at some other videos. See you next week. How you doing?